Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style blog.
And I'm Jill Chivers from shopyourwardrobe.com.
So, we're going to talk a little bit about shopping processes.
Yes, something I have thought a great deal about over the years.
You have spent a lot of time thinking about shopping, more than the average person.
Probably.
Not just because you've done a lot of shopping.
No, I've done the opposite as well.
So there's some things that I've noticed for myself that work better, and one of the elements of shopping is, do you shop by yourself or do you shop with others?
Yes, and this is an interesting to think about whether you have a tendency to overshop, which has been part of my life, or whether you don't. And it's really interesting to think about how your shopping differs, whether you're with somebody and whether you're with somebody or on your own. And a good thing to think about is what happens in the during process when I'm on my own. What is that experience like versus when I'm with others? Because shopping can be a very social activity. It can be something that fulfills other needs apart from the need to acquire things. And the other really important thing is, what do I end up buying if I'm on my own or if I'm with others? Not only volume of items, but the appropriateness of those items. Are they things I went looking for? Are they right for my life? Was it a price point I was happy with? How happy am I with my shopping? And that can be really interesting, because I don't think there are rules about you should always shop on your own or you should always shop with others. It really is individual. But most of us don't think about this. We might have a pattern where we always shop with a friend or a sister or whatever it is, and it's never really occurred to us to do a little review to say, well, how's this working out for me?
Yes, because I know for me personally, when I shop for myself, I much prefer to shop on my own.
Yes.
Part of that's that I'm an introvert, and for me, having to take somebody else's opinion into account is actually kind of tiring for me.
Yes.
And also too is I also am very conscious of the way I shop, which we might talk about in another video, is that I have a process that's about scanning, trying, and I think I don't want to bore you, I don't want to have to drag you back somewhere, like I'm too aware of what your needs might be, I'm assuming what your needs are, and therefore I won't shop for me in the same way.
Yes.
So for me, I find shopping on my own, there's enough stimulation in the environment for me that I get enough interaction with salespeople that I don't need anybody else around me, and I also don't need somebody else's opinion, and I never have. So it's well before I ever became an image consultant, I never needed somebody else's opinion.
You're very independent in that way.
So I've always been independent. So for me, if I actually want to shop for something, I prefer to shop alone.
Yeah, you trust your opinion in a way that some women, maybe even many women, don't.
Yes.
And the other thing I think for you is that there's an energy involved in absorbing somebody else's opinion, because they don't just glance off you. You do consider what other people have to say, and you need that energy for what you're doing. And so that's actually a distraction, or it's taking vital energy away from a shopping experience which you've thought about, which is considered. You're not going to buy something that's not right for you. That's going to take some energy. You're going to focus on it, and then you're going to finish with it. And so that's a really important thing for you to recognise. On your own shopping results in the best shopping experience, you enjoy it more, and the best shopping outcomes.
Yes.
And we know other people, we were just working with a colleague who is the opposite. When she's on her own, she flounders, she's unfocused, she doesn't know where to start, it lasts all day and she ends up with nothing. So she really needs a specific shopping buddy.
Yes, she only likes someone who she trusts and is knowledgeable.
Yes, and it's a carefully chosen person who understands her and her shopping needs and her shopping outcomes, who can help to provide focus and guidance to her, and feedback, much needed feedback. And for me, when I shop with other people, or I go on a shopping expedition with other people, I don't tend to shop with other people. I have a multifaceted relationship to shopping, shall we say. So I find it difficult to actually purchase things when I'm with other people. But I also find that it's quite distracting. And for me, because I have quite a laborious pre-purchase process that I go through, which often means leaving things in the store and coming back to them and letting my emotions settle, and all of these tactics that I have put in place to help me not resort back to compulsive over shopping, which has been a problem for me. It's just too many variables if somebody else is involved. I'm better off on my own.
Yes. So when you're thinking about going shopping, one of the things we want you to think about is, with the experiences you've had in your life, with shopping, which have been the best ones? Because you might think, actually, I need that trusted advisor. Whether that trusted advisor is someone like me, or it's a friend that you trust, or a sister, or whatever it might be, or your husband for some people. Yeah. And I know some of my clients have said to me that the things that their husband said, that's the best, and they've gone, yes, he really has a great eye, and he knows me, and I end up loving that thing. So it's a sort of thing that some people need that trusted advisor. Some people like the social element of shopping, and maybe, they go, I'm quite happy to go out, have a browse, be with a friend, treat it as a social experiment or experience, but not buy anything. It's actually not about shopping for the sake of accumulation. It's actually more shopping as a stimulation and social event.
And when I am with others, I meet a girlfriend in a shopping district and we go into stores, I use what I call the art gallery method, which is I assume that things in the stores are items in an art gallery. They're not available for purchase, and in fact, if you do take them off and take them away, it's called this thing called stealing. And so it just is a way for me to enjoy looking and enjoy the experience with her, my friend, but not to purchase anything. It's one of the things that I use to make that experience work when it happens, but more often than not, for me, I suggest we meet somewhere where the tendency to shop just isn't so prevalent.
Yes. But it is something that you can enjoy in that sort of way, where you just go, well, I'm not planning on buying anything, and I'm just going to look for the sake of looking. So, but if you are thinking, I need to dedicate some time, I need to buy something, there is something that I need to find, think about what it is that's worked for you in the past, because that'll hopefully give you some ideas of your best shopping experiences. And then also think about what some of the worst ones, where you've made the mistakes, you've purchased badly, you haven't had the great experience, because that's also going to tell you maybe what to avoid doing, maybe where some of your blind spots are, or what isn't working, so that you can work out what sort of shopping experience you're wanting to have. Yeah,
and you can make that consciously. And if there are changes you want to make, that you can make those with consciousness, and you can make them with kindness as well. I know somebody who always shops with her sister, and she was doing our program, and this was a really big thing for her. How do I still maintain that relationship with my sister? Because what we do is we shop together. And it can open up a new level of relationship where you can share with people that let's do something else together.
Yes. So have a think about your shopping habits, and do let us know what you found really works for you. We'd love to know.
Oh, yes, we would.